Hello student, welcome to my official YouTube channel Mathematics All Level by Yaqub Khan, and the paper which we are discussing is 9MA/02, which is of Edexcel Level 3 GC exam, and this video is part B of the previous video. And if you want the access to the previous video, you can click the link which is mentioned in my description box. So this is the part B which we are discussing now. So let's solve it. There was one question, student, where I got stuck. So first I'll do it, that particular question, then we'll move ahead. Yeah, so this was the question where I got stuck. Sixth question, A part was this. See, how to attempt this part I will tell you. Given that x is small and in radians, use the small angle approximation for cos theta to show that 1 minus of cos square 2x is equals to 4x square minus of 4x power 4. So here you can see that, yeah, I have mentioned the expansion of cos theta, cos x, that I have mentioned it correctly. That is 1 minus of x square by 2 factorial plus of x power 4 factorial, x power 4 upon 4 factorial, negative of x power 6 upon 6 factorial plus of, this is how this cos expands. Now for cos 2x, I have replaced the value of x with 2x here. So you can see that I have mentioned 1 minus of, in place of x I have plugged in the value of 2x. So it will be 2x square, similarly 2x power 4 upon 4 factorial. So this is how this series will go ahead. Now again come here, for this cos 2x, what we have got the value, that is 1 minus of 4x square upon 2 factorial, similarly 16 upon 4 factorial, x to the power 4, and this is how this this series was expanding. Now for this, if I say for this part, this part I have done it wrong here. So now I will do it from here, students. I'll do it from here. See, I'll take one more page. Now I'll show you. Cos 2x is equals to 1 minus of 4x square by 2 factorial plus of 16x power 4 plus of 16x power 4 upon 4 factorial. Okay, yes, this is how this series will go on. Now if I say what will be the cos 2x, that will be equals to 1 minus of 2x square plus of, here you can see that we will be opening this 4 factorial, that is equals to 24. So it will be 16 upon of 24 x power 4 negative of, this is how the series will go on. Now I've cancelled the term here, so I'll get cos 2x equals to 1 negative of 2x square plus of 2 by 3 x power 4 negative of, this is how the series will expand. Now I will neglect the higher power of x, so we can say that cos 2x could be written as 1 negative of 2x square plus of 2 by 3 x power 4. Okay, this is the case of approximation. So this is how I will be writing it. Now according to the question, what we want the value is 1 negative of cos square 2x. So for cos square 2x, what I will do, I will square both the sides. So it will be cos square 2x, and taking the square of right hand side as well. So it will be 1 negative of 2x square plus of 2 by 3 x to the power 4 whole square. Okay, this is how it will work. Now I'll expand the right hand side. Again I will take one page. So on expansion, cos square 2x is equal to, now expanding this particular part right hand side on the basis, on the formula of a plus of b plus of c square, that equals to a square plus of b square plus of c square plus of 2ab plus of 2bc plus of 2ca. This is how this formula works. So on expansion, yeah, so a square will be 1 negative of b square will be 4x power 4x power 4 plus of c square will be here, student, c square will be 4 by 9 x power 4 by 9 x power 8. Okay, so we'll not take this value into the consideration, but this is how I'm expanding it, so I'm writing it. So plus of 2ab, but with 2a and b, the b part is negative, so we'll be writing is negative of 4x square. Same goes for 2bc as well, negative of 8 by 3 x power 6, negative of 8 by 3 x power 6 plus of 2ca. 2c is 2 by 3 x power 4 and a is 1, so it will be 4 by 3 x power 4 plus of 4 by 3 x power 4. Now see, this part will be negligible. Similarly, this part will be negligible because the power is 6, 4, 8 like this. Similarly, this power will also be negligible, although it has the power of x power 4, but the value which we will get from here will be in point. 4 by 3 is we'll get in point 1 point something, and then we'll be multiplying it with x power 4, so it will be having lesser value. So we will be neglecting this part as well. So after this, what we need to do, cos square 2x, this is what we are getting if we are neglecting this particular part. So 1 negative of 4x power 4, this will be neglected, this part will be negative of 4x square. This is what we are left with. If you want to take this part also, you can take this. It is not, it is correct, it will be correct, don't worry about this. So cos square 2x, we have got this value. Now for 1 negative of cos square 2x means we need to subtract this part with 1. So what will we get? We'll get 1 negative of, this whole will be under one bracket, that is 1 negative of 4x power 4 negative of 4x square. Okay, now upon opening this particular bracket, student, you will get 4x power square plus of 4x power 4. That is what they want us to do, cos square 2x. This is what they want us to prove it. So this will be the solution of this particular part where I have got stuck in the previous video. Now see, I've done all the parts here, but this part I have not, means the approach of mine was not correct here. So this I have solved here for you students. Now if we move ahead, student, question 7 was done. Yeah, now next question is question number 8. We have been given a graph, particular graph is there, and some function is provided where a is constant. So I'll write the function, student, fx is equals to x power 4 plus of 1 by 3 x power cube negative of 8x square plus of ax plus of 17 by 3. This is what they have given as a function value. Now in the question itself, student, it is mentioned that given that C has a local maximum at x equals to negative of 1 by 4. Okay, so in the question it has told that at x equals to negative 1 by 4 it has a local maximum. So we know the concept of local maximum and local minimum. How we used to get this part? We used to get this part after we differentiate the function and equate it with 0. So here what we need to do, we need to differentiate it So f prime x, differentiating this whole function, what we'll get, 4x cube plus of this part will be 3 by 3x square negative of 16x plus of a. This is constant term, so the differentiation of constant term will be 0. Now on plugging the value, given that C has a local maximum at x equals to negative 1 by 4, so f prime 1 by 4 will be equals to 0, because this will be a one of the critical point. So f prime 1 by 4 will be equals to 0. So on plugging the value of 1 by 4 into the x, so what we will get, 4 times of x power 3, that is 1 by 4. Here is negative 1 by 4, don't get confused. So negative of 1 by 4 cube plus of x square, that is negative of 1 by 4 whole square negative of 16 negative of 1 by 4. We are just plugging the values, student, equals to 0. Okay, so what we'll get here, you will get negative of 1 by 16 plus of 1 by 16 negative of positive, the sign will be positive, negative and negative, so we'll get positive of 4 plus of a equals to 0. Now this term and this term got cancelled here, so a will be equals to negative of 4. So we have got the value of a here. Now what we need to do, student, we need to plug in the value of a in the original function. So our original function will be fx equals to x power 4 plus of 1 by 3 x cube negative of 8x square plus of ax plus of 17 by 3. So plus of ax, so a we have got as negative 4, so we'll get negative of 4x plus of 17 by 3. This is what will be the original function. This is how it will look like. Now here in the second part, first part we have done, that show that a equals to negative of 4, which we have done already. Now second part is find the exact y coordinate of the local maximum. Y coordinate of the local maximum. So what will be the y coordinate of the local maximum? Just need to plug in the value of x equals to negative 1 by 4 into the original function. So we'll get the point of exact coordinate of y at the local maximum point. So what you will get? You will get f times of negative of 1 by 4. We are plugging the value of x equals to 1 by 4. So what you will get? Negative of 1 by 4 power 4 plus of 1 by 3 x power 3, that is equals to minus of 1 by 4 power 3 negative of 8 x square will be again 1 by 16 negative of 4 cross of minus of 1 by 4 plus of 17 by 3. Okay, so here we will get negative of 1 by 4. So you will get, I guess, 64 if I am not wrong. So you will get, yeah, negative of 1 by 64 plus of, so the sign here will be negative, so 64 cross of 3 will be 192, 1 by 192, student, negative of, that is 1 by 2, negative here will be positive, this all will get cancelled here, so you'll get plus of 1 plus of 17 by 3. Okay, plus of 17 by 3 we are getting. So just need to write the points in the point, student. I'll be writing it. So this is how you will get negative of 0.0156 negative of 1 by 192. If you want to take the LCM, this is also correct. Okay, 0.0052, that is equals to negative of 0.5 plus of 1 plus of 17 by 3 will be equals to 5.666. Okay, if you want to take the LCM in this fractional part, so you can go ahead with that part as well. Plus of 1 Now negative of 0.5, negative of 0.0052, negative of 0.0156. So approximately the value which we are getting is 6.14. This is the point of y coordinate, student, at the local maximum. Okay, just plug the values, we'll get the value of y. Now in the next question they have asked for, in the next part they have asked for that equation fx equals to k, where k is constant, has 4 distinct solutions. Using algebra and showing all stages of your working, find the range of values of k. Give the answer using set notations. Okay, see student, for f negative of 1 by 4, student, we have got the value as 6.14. Okay, and this was the point of local maxima. It was already mentioned in the question. Now what we need to do, for fx equals to k, where k is constant, has 4 distinct solutions. So it has been already mentioned that this particular function has 4 distinct solutions. So what we need to first, we need to take out, that is the differentiation of f prime x. We have already calculated it, student. So f prime x was, I'm writing here, f prime x was 4x cube plus of 3x square plus of x square negative of 16x plus of a. In place of a, what we need to write? We need to write negative of 4. So this was our f prime x. Okay, if we are operating it with equals to 0 to find the critical point, student, f prime x equals to 0. So what we will get? 4x cube plus of x square negative of 16x negative of 4 equals to 0. Here if we take x square as a common, so in bracket you will get 4x plus of 1. Similarly here, if you take 4 as a common, so you will get 4x plus of 1 as a common. So in a whole expression, this left hand side expression, 4x plus of 1 is common, so you are taking 4x plus 1 as a common, and here you will get x square negative of 4 equals to 0. Now again 4x plus of 1 into x square negative of 4, applying the identity here, so you will get x negative of 2, x positive of 2 equals to 0. Now see here, for finding the critical points, student, first what we need to do, we need to operate 4x plus of 1 equals to 0. So from here you will get x equals to negative of 1 by 4 as per the question. It was given in the question, students. Now next is x negative of 2 and x positive of 2. So for x negative of 2 it will be equals to 0, and x positive of 2 it will be 0. So from here you will get x equals to 2 and x equals to negative of 2. Okay, so for x equals to 2 and for x equals to negative of 2, we just need to plug in the values here, student, in the original function which we have mentioned here. Yeah, this was our original function where we need to plug in the values here, student. These are the critical points which we have calculated. Now on plugging the value of f as 2, so what we will get, this was our original function. So x power plus 4, x power 4, first I will write the original function, student, 1 by 3 x cube negative of 8x square negative of 4x plus of 17 by 3 plus of 17 by 3. Okay, so f2 will be equals to, on plugging the value of x equals to 2, so you will get 2 power 4 plus of 8 by 3 negative of 32 negative of 8 plus of 17 by 3. Okay, 2 power 4 is 16, so I'll calculate in points, student. 16 plus of 8 by 3 negative of 32 negative of 8 plus of 17 by 3 will be equals to negative of 15.666. On plugging the value of x equals to 2, we are getting this value. Similarly, on plugging the value of another critical point was negative of 2. So what we'll get here, we need to substitute x equals to negative of 2. Then again it will be negative of 2 power 4 plus of negative of 2 power 3 by 3 negative of 8 times negative of 2 square negative of 4x will be again negative of 2 plus of 17 by 3. Okay, so on calculating it, what we'll get 16 negative of 8 by 3 negative of 32 plus of 8 plus of 17 by 3, that is equals to, student, negative of 5. Okay, so we have got the value of f2 and f negative 2. Function of 2 what we have got is negative of 15.66. Similarly, function of negative 2 what we have got as negative of 5. Now come back to the question. The equation fx equals to k, where k is constant, has 4 distinct solutions. Now if we are here in the question, it is mentioned that find the range of the values of k. For 4 distinct solutions, student, this particular function must lie between the local maximum and local minimum. Means for this function where we need to find this particular function solution for k, for 4 distinct solution, if I'm talking. So this is the point of local maximum which is mentioned in the question. So it should be in the between of local maximum and local minimum. So here you will see that f2 is negative 15.66 and f negative of 2 is negative of 5, and in the f prime x we have already calculated, that is 6.144. so k will lie in the range of 6.14, which is the point of local maximum. Okay, and here you need to take the highest maximum value, so it will be negative of 5. Okay, in both of these integers, which is the highest maximum values. So for 4 distinct solution, k should lie, I'll be writing here, k should lie between highest, lowest, local minimum, maximum and minimum, and highest local minimum. Okay, so this is the range of the k, student. Now if I say, yeah, this question is completed. Now we can move ahead. Okay, they have given a certain exponential term to us, student. A new type of a car is released for sale. At the total number of this type of car sold n in a particular region, t is month. Okay, and n number of type of car sold is given by n, that is equals to 5000 negative of 5000 e raised to the power negative of 0.075 t. Okay, this is the expression which they have given. This is the equation for n which they have given. So first part is very easy. Find the total number of cars sold in the first 3 months. So for first 3 months, you just need to plug in the value of t equals to t equals to 3. So for first 3 months, it will be n equals to 5,000. We can take 5,000 common here. So you'll get 1 negative of e raised to the power 0.075. T is 3, so it will be 3. Now here's the bracket closes. So 5,000, 1 negative of, just plug in the values here, student. So you'll get, I'll do it for you. Cross of 3, it will be positive of 0.798. So on calculating it further, you'll get 5,000 cross of 1 negative of 0.798, that is equals to 1010. This is the required value of part A, 1010. Okay, find the value of t giving the answer to 2 decimal places, given that n is equals to 3000 when t, small t, is equals to capital T. So now they have provided us the value of n. First I'll write the original expression, students. That was 5,000, negative of 5,000 e raised to the power negative of 0.075 t, 0.075 t. Okay, this was given in the expression, in the question. So for n, now in the second part, n is equals to 3000. So 3000 equals to 5000. We are just plugging the value of n equals to 3000. So okay, transposing this particular part into the left hand side and this to the right hand side. So you will get 5000 e raised to the power negative of 0.075 t equals to 2000. Now this zeros and this zeros will be cancelled. So what you will get here, e raised to the power negative of 0.075 t equals to 2 by 5. Now what we need to do here, we just need to take log at both the sides. So you will get negative of 0.075 t equals to ln of 2 by 5, that is equals to 0.4. So if I calculate here, so you will get negative ln 0.4 is equals to negative of 0.916. So t will be equals to negative of 0.916 upon negative of 0.075. Okay, so just need to calculate this part. So we'll get t equals to roughly 12.217 months. Now here it was mentioned in the question, students, that find the value of t when small t is equals to t. So we have found the value of capital T, that is equals to 12.217 month, 12.217 months. Okay, approximate values will be also considered. In this question, the next part is find the rate of increase in the total number of cars sold when t is equals to 3, giving the answer to the 3 significant figures. T is given as 3. Rate of, now the term here is rate of increase in the total number of cars. So whenever this term comes, student, so what we need to do, we just need to find the values of dn by dt. We need to differentiate it with whatever values they are asking. So 5,000 negative of 5,000 e raised to the power negative of 0.075 t. This was our particular value, student. Yeah, whenever the term rate comes, so it means we are differentiating it with respect to time interval. So here you will be doing differentiation of dn by dt. You'll get this is the constant term, so it will be 0. Obviously here 5000 was already written, and for this part, for this differentiation, you will get negative of 0.075 into bracket negative of 0.075 t. Okay, just I have applied the formula of e to the power x, differentiation of e power x, e power kx, so it will be k times of e power kx. So if I say what will be the value, I'll be calculating it. 5000 cross of 0.075, you will get 375 e raised to the power negative of 0.075 cross of t. In the question it is mentioned that it is 3, so you will get 375 e raised to the power negative of 0.075 cross of 3. You will get the value as 0.79, so it will be 0.798. so this will be equals to, roughly this will be equals to, student, 375 299.44. so you can say that it could be written as 300 cars. So rate of increase in the total number of cars, so it could be 300. This part is also done. 300 cars could be written. 299.4 we have got. This was the solution. Now next part, student, is using after a marketing campaign, the total number of cars sold is expected to rise and have an upper limit of 6500. So using this information, suggest one refinement to the model. In the question they have told that the upper limit is of 6500. So if I say this was our original expression, again I will be writing that particular expression. N was equals to 5000 negative of 5000 e raised to the power negative of 0.075 t. This was the original equation in the question. Now according to their this C part, they have told that the upper limit of this particular value number of cars is 6500. This is given in the question. So for this upper value, if I say okay, is expected to rise and have an upper limit of 6500. So this t part, let's say whatever time it is getting whatever time this particular the sales of the car is getting increased. So let's suppose this as a infinity. Okay, so what you'll get as an upper limit here, n equals to 5000 negative of 5000, and after plugging the value of t equals to infinity, you will get e raised to the power infinity, negative of infinity or positive of infinity. Both the values will be 0 only, so it will be 0. This part will be 0, so the value is 5000. So according to the given equation, the upper limit should be 5000, but in the question it was mentioned that the upper limit is 6500. One refinement to the model. For one refinement, what would be the suggestion, student? If you want one refinement, just what we need to do, for upper limit as 6500, we need to make the first 5000 as a 6500. Then it is possible that whatever value will be getting will be equals to 6500. Yeah, negative of 0.075 t. This is what one refinement can be done in the particular equation. then only 6500 upper limit is possible. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Okay, water flows at a constant rate into a large container. There is a tap at the bottom of the container. At time t hours after the tap was opened, the volume of the water in the container is V meter cube. V hours, the volume of the water in the container is V meter cube. Water is flowing into the container at the constant rate of 0.45. So volume here is given as V. Water is flowing into the container at a constant rate. So dV by dt here is 0.45 meter cube. It is given in the question. Water is leaving the container through the tap at a rate of 0.3 V meter cube. This is the constant rate in which the water is flowing into the container, and this is the constant rate in which the water is leaving the container. Now volume V final minus of V initial could be written as whatever rate with what this water is entering the container, negative of whatever rate with what this particular water is leaving the container. So it will be 0.3 V. Okay, this part, what we can say here, that final volume negative of initial volume, so it will be written as dV or delta V, whatever you want. So dV we have got as dV this part. Now equals to, if we are not taking time here because they have asked for per hour, so we are not taking considering the time here, students. So it will be 1 hour. So dt will be 1 hour. If I say, if you want to write, you can write it as 1. The differences between the time is 1 hour, so it will be 1 only. So dV by dt equals to 0.45 negative of 0.3 V. Now what we need to do, we just need to write this particular equation into the fraction format. So what we'll get, dV equals to 45 by 100. This could be written negative of 0.3 could be written as 3 by 10 V. Now on calculating it further, you will get 5 times, if you are dividing it, so 9 by 20 negative of 3 by 10. So dV we are getting as a student 9 by 20 negative of 3 by 10 negative of 3 by 10 V. What we need to do, we just need to take the LCM here. So you will get 9 negative of 10 cross of 2 will be 26 V. This is dV. Again transposing this particular part to the right hand side, 20 dV will be equals to 9 minus of 6 V. This is what they have asked for. See, 20 dV is equals to 9 minus of 6 V. As I have already told that I have taken dt as 1 here. So if you want to plug in the value of dt, if you don't want to put the value of dt as 1, so you can just write here dt. So dV by dt as well, dV by dt here will be dV by dt. Okay, so this is the required value according to the question. Now in the question they have mentioned in the second part, given that the tap was opened, there was 0.25 meter cube of water in the container. Solve the differential equation to show that V is equal to P minus of Q e raised to the power minus KT. Okay, let's do it. So we have got our original expression, students. We have got our original expression here. So dv by dt from here could be written as 90 minus of 6v, sorry, 9 minus of 6v upon 20. Okay, so we are applying the differential equation formula here. So we are taking this particular term 9 negative of 6v equals to dt by 20, okay, on integrating both the sides. So what you will get, this particular is the format of a negative of bx. This is the integration part I am doing here. So you will get 1 by 6 log of 9 minus of 6v equals to integration of dt will be t up t by 20 plus of c. Again multiplying whole equation by negative of 6. So you will get 9 minus of 6v equals to minus of 6 by 20t plus of c. This is the constant term which must be written. Here you can see that 6 and 20, so it will be 3 by 10. So this particular value will be log of 9 negative of 6v can be written as negative of 3 by 10t, negative of 3 by 10t plus of c. Yes. Now if I say taking log both the sides, what you will get, 9 negative of 6v, and here you will be getting e raised to the power negative of 3 by 10 t plus of c. This is what you will get here. This could be written as 9 negative of 6v equals to e raised to the power point of 3t. If you want to write it in this way, you can write it. And this c is also there on the on the power of e, so it could be written as e raised to the power c. Now if I say take e by c as a, okay, if you take e by c as a, and in the question itself it is mentioned that the volume of the water in the container was 0.25 and the tap was opened. So tap was opened, so we can say that the volume in the question is given 0.25. So volume is 0.25 meter cube. It is given in the question. Tap is open. So tap is open means time will be 0. On plugging the values of v and t in the particular equation, what we will get, 9 negative of 6 times of 0.25 equals to e raised to the power t is 0, so it will be 0, so it will be e raised to the power c, which we have taken as a. So what we will get here, student, 9 negative of 6 cross of 0.25, that is equals to 7.5. So a we have got as a equals to 7.5. Okay, this particular term we have taken as a. If we plug in this value here, so you'll get, now we are plugging this a into this expression. Let's say this as a equation number 1. So you'll get 9 negative of 6v equals to e raised to the power negative of e raised to the power 0.3t cross of a we have got as 7.5. In the particular question, student, they have asked that v equals to p minus of q e raised to the power minus kt. V is equals to p minus of q e raised to the power minus of kt. This is how this expression should look. This is what they were asking. So we can say here, student, that 9 negative of 7.5, I'm just transposing this particular part into the left hand side, so you'll get 7.5 e raised to the power 0.3 t equals to this 6v on the right hand side, you'll get 6v. So here you can see that v, the coefficient of v is 1, so, and here the coefficient of v is 6, so we need to divide the whole expression by 6, so you'll get 9 by 6 negative of 7.5 by 6 e raised to the power negative of 0.32 t equals to v. So 9 by 6, student, what we'll get, 1.5 negative of 7.5 by 6 will be 1.25 e raised to the power negative of 0.3 t equals to v. Now if I compare the values of this particular equation and this equation, so from here you can say that p is equals to 1.5, q is equals to 1.25, and k is equals to 0.3. Okay, so we have found the values of positive constants to be found, and this all values which we have found is positive in nature. See, p equals to 1.5, q 1.25, k is equals to 0.3, it is all positive in nature. According to the question, for the C part, the capacity of the container is 2 meter cube, the tap remains open, the water continues to flow into the tank at the same rate, determine whether the container will ever become full, giving a reason for your answer. Here in the C part, if I say C part, first we have got our values, student. V equals to 1.5 negative of 1.25 e raised to the power negative of 0.3 t. According to the question, the tap was remain open. So the tap was remain open, so it means that t will be infinity, because we don't know for how long it was open. So let's say t was infinity. So again, after plugging the value of t equals to infinity in this particular term, what we will get, v equals to 1.5 negative of this particular e power infinity will be 0. So 0 cross of 1.25 will be 0. So v will be 1.5. So in the question they have asked that the capacity of the container is 2 meter cube. In the question they have asked, determine whether the container will ever become full, giving a reason for your answer. So the container will never become full. Never become full. Why is this so? Because the container, the capacity of the container now in the C part is 2 meter cube. But what we have calculated, the upper limit will be 1.5. According to our expression, it will be 1.5. So we can say that it will never become full. Reason we can mention, which I have written, it will never become full. Okay, because the volume of the container which was mentioned in the question is greater than the volume which we have got from our expression. Okay, coming to the next question.